Death and chill. Many of you know, one of my favorite things I believe you can experience with music is listening to an artist who presents an album with solid world building. Albums that have an ability to bring you to a certain setting or scenario through unique sound design and thought-provoking artwork. And we've gone through some really interesting projects on this channel that do such a great job at practicing this, mixing artwork and aesthetic with sound to take you on some sort of journey or bring you to a specific place, whether that be fiction or nonfiction. The dark ambient and 4-track drone piece known as Towers and its dystopian world of never-ending skyscrapers that paint the dead of night, or how about the 2014 classic from Death's Dynamic Shroud, Virtual Utopia Experience, and its massive terrains of 3D rendered adventures that pushed the boundaries of what Vaporwave even meant at the time. Or how about the audio simulation of a real-world disaster coming to life before your very ears, the horrors of the 9.0 Megathrust album. So today, I want to explore another pair of albums with you that, in my opinion, perform some of the very best musical world building you can find throughout the internet. Stimulating, mesmerizing, chaotic, and ice cold. Let's go back to the year 2017 and say hello to the experimental or post-Vaporwave project, if you want to even call it that, Electric Specter, an artist that would deliver pure audio frostbite to your ears and bones. A chilling experience from start to end. A trip to the coldest corners of the universe through sound and artwork. Let's dive in. If this is your first time here at the channel and you love exploring all things fascinating and obscure in the world of music, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that little bell to turn all notifications on so you can be here the moment I upload next. And one last thing real quick before we begin, if you want to see today's topic in written form, I'll leave a link in the description of this video to Vapor95, where you can also check out all of my other articles on there, as well as get 15% off their shop by clicking that link below. On April 28th, 2017, the first ever upload on the Geometric Lullaby label, a personal favorite music label which I talk about all the time on here, would come to be a pretty quick and to the point 11-track release called Arctic Circuitry from an artist who went by the name Electric Specter. Declaring itself as an Arctic hypnagogic vaporwave winter vacation. According to its Bandcamp description, Arctic Circuitry would soon find a home as a favorite for many vaporwave fans due to its frantic sound layering that hammered home this concept of just being ice cold. It's a unique experience with manic tendencies, from the anxious sounds of the tracks themselves to the glitchy and chaotic artwork of the album cover. This combination of sound and artwork go hand in hand to drop you into this apocalyptic world with that opening track, Glacial Existence. Your ears get about a solid minute and a half to prepare itself for the audio blizzard that's about to be, soon slamming right into track 2, Holographic Snowfall. Frigid winds on top of a jumble of galloping sounds emulate what it would be like if your ears could drink a glass of ice-cold water after chewing a piece of super minty gum. The next 3 tracks all do the same. They pancake on top of one another to become this frenzied sled race until we get a nice little break with the airy and lonely Motherboard Father Winter right at the center of the album at track 6. Your ears definitely deserve a rest from the bombardment that is the first couple of tracks on here, and as you can guess, we go right back into the storm once this track fizzles and echoes out. Crystalline Surf and Psychosomatic Snowflakes deliver that 1-2 punch. Don't be surprised if you're left with a little bit of brain freeze after this one. And right after that, we got Frosty Midnight Encryption. It follows that combo up with another quaint, pretty tried and true classic Vaporwave formula track to sort of warm you up a bit before braving one of the wildest tracks on here, Death and Chill. The The sample selection Electric Specter plays with on this album does such a great job at warping you into this unfathomable tundra. Imagine blinking, right? And then the next second, opening your eyes to find yourself frozen in that ice puzzle cage thing from Super Mario 64, except the textures of everything around you have become fully corrupt, glitching into shapes and sights your eyes can't comprehend. That is literally Arctic Circuitry in a nutshell. The album concludes with Final Freeze, a return to another simple, classic Vaporwave sounding tune. It's tracks like this and Frosty Midnight Encryption on here that, despite being not as chaotic as a majority of the other tracks, they still contain that ability to deliver a winter-like trip due to its cool and crisp sample choices, sharing the floor with some additional sound effects at times. This wide range of intensity that never wanders off from the concept of numbing coldness it's constantly attempting to crush is what makes this album so hypnotic and drawing. As mentioned earlier, and pretty much the reason why I'm making this video in the first place, I love discussing and sharing albums on here that do such a great job in providing a world built through the sounds and artwork of the album. That initial judgment one can have from the cover of Arctic Circuitry alone, though subjective for all of us of course, is hard to dismiss as anything other than jolting, to say the least. This skeleton seemingly meeting its fate by glitching into an oblivion, all on top of a corrupted color palette of pure, biting coldness. The description on Bandcamp for Arctic Circuitry features a string of binary code, which, when translated to text, just comes out to be this seemingly random bundle of symbols and characters. I know nothing about binary code or anything like that, so I just immediately assumed I wasn't using the right translating tool or something. I don't know. So I reached out to the Club Chennington Discord server, see if anyone in there knew how to possibly translate this thing into whatever it was meant to reveal itself as. Some good folks over there went to work and tried giving it a go, but it seems that the code is an incomplete binary string, so we really aren't sure what this is meant to be. Perhaps there's some more code out there that can help us understand what's going on here. Who knows? The second and final release by Electric Specter, Cosmic Creator, also has some binary code on the Bandcamp listing as well, but you'll soon see why that code doesn't help at all either. The same day Arctic Circuitry was released on Geometric Lullaby, another fan favorite label in the online music scene, Business Casual would drop a limited edition cassette of the album at a run of 75 copies only. And even though the cassettes would soon sell out, Electric Specter would quickly return with a follow-up release to Arctic Circuitry for fans right before 2017 came to a close. This time even crazier and punchier than before. On December 1st of 2017, Electric Specter would return to the online music realm with the beyond action-packed Cosmic Creator, an album that features a higher quantity of songs at shorter runtimes when compared to Arctic Circuitry. This move creates even more contrast between the tracks, and I feel does an even better job at delivering a truly mind-numbing experience by sculpting these songs into a more jagged, rapid-fire build. Similar to Arctic Circuitry, Cosmic Creator gives you a bit of prep time with the first track, Snow Angel. Echoing vocal chops on top of glistening, delicate beams of sound all give you that chance to adjust yourself to the colder climate ahead of you. And just like the transition between track 1 and track 2 of Arctic Circuitry, Cosmic Creator explodes into its high-speed world with the second track, Polar Magnetic. Tracks like Polar Magnetic, Pixelated Igloo, Emulated Wormhole Metropolis, Stardust Factory, and the insane finale track of Cosmic Creator all provide some of the most gargantuan moments within the entire Electric Specter universe. The album still pays respect to those much-needed rest stop moments with the quick 34-second snowman consciousness and the ethereal and euphoric cloud glitch, for example. But there is a brutal ruthlessness on this album that just makes it feel that much more overwhelming than the first Electric Specter drop. 20 dangerous and electrifying tracks that can be used to awaken the mind in a way that, for me, a hot cup of coffee can't even come close to. And that binary code for this release that I was mentioning earlier in the video, it is the exact same string as the one found in Arctic Circuitry. They both have the same binary code, so it's not like we can really continue the first string and just add on to that with anything from here because it's pretty much the same. And it still doesn't really make anything long enough that can generate an image or anything like that. So who knows what's really going on here. Cosmic Creator was given a cassette run over at Plus 100 Records, another great label you should definitely check out, and even has a deluxe version that included a gift bag with crystals and purple dice. It's the little additions to a release like this that make collecting the physical so much fun and further brings to life this mysterious aura surrounding releases like Cosmic Creator. Unfortunately, these two releases are the only Electric Specter releases we would see come to life. Who knows? Maybe there are more Electric Specter releases out there on the internet that we just haven't discovered yet, and maybe even that binary code has something to do with finding the key to those releases. You gotta love music projects that send your mind out to wonder. Check out my video on 9 strange and unsettling albums you can find on the internet, or my deep dive into the fascinating ocean grunge genre for some more deep dives into odd and mystifying sounds. As always, thank you so much for watching, and let me know of any other albums or genres you'd want to see me cover on this channel. Much love, your boy, Chennington.